Okay.
So we're about to meet a man called Stewart Barbour, and wouldn't you know, lo and behold, the rain is just coming on for us. And he is a man that has been in many adventures in his lifetime, and he's doing this massive adventure at the moment, and he's actually walking 500 plus miles all around the coast of Northern Ireland. And he's no stranger to this. He's done the length of Ireland before, but he's on day one up until late June, and he really is a man that is unbelievably accomplished. You have been an adventurer all around the world, Stewart, haven't you?
Well, I've been very fortunate to do quite a lot of things, and when the opportunities came up, I am a great believer in grab it with both hands.
Now, you've even written a book, or ghost-written a book along with Peter McCabe about
Indeed.
all your adventures.
Indeed.
But everything you do is focused on Cancer Focus NI.
Yes, that has been the main thrust of my fundraising. Cancer has affected all of us, should it be personally, should it be family, should it be colleagues, friends or whatever. And what I like about Cancer Focus, apart from the fact that they cover a very wide range of support services for patients and carers, they also help to fund cutting edge research at Queen's, but every penny is donated stays in Northern Ireland. And although that might sound very parochial, it's great to know that any donations that I receive will maybe help me or anybody who's listening or watching this today.
Now, how many miles are you planning to do? Because this is day one, isn't it?
This is day one of the perimeter of Northern Ireland, which, according to my reckoning, is about 508 miles. Now that I'm Carrickfergus, I've finished 10 miles, so it's great. I'm almost getting there because it's now below 500. It's only 498 to go. And in the previous walks I have done from Mizenhead to Mallinhead, which is the full length of Ireland, which is 400 miles. And I also did east to west or coast to coast. And on both those walks, I averaged more than a marathon a day. Now, 2 years on from the length of Ireland, I'm 2 years older, no wiser, but I'm hoping again that I can average more than a marathon a day.
Why do you push yourself so hard doing this?
Well, that's a very good question. To get it finished, it's a bit like banging your head against the wall. It's wonderful when you stop.
Now, are you actually staying over every night on the route, or what's happening?
Everything's very fluid as to how it's going to actually work out. I will actually spend, hope to be tonight at the top end of Island McGee, and one of my daughters is going to come and pick me up and take me home. By tomorrow night, I hope to be in Carnlough, which again will be another marathon, and again I'm going to go home. After that, I'm on the north coast, and probably then I'll be in B&Bs and various things until some friends on the west side of the country come and pick me up and put me up for the night. It's all very flexible. I have to be a bit flexible in case my intention of a marathon a day doesn't happen. Anything can happen when you're 71. So I have my plans, but they have to be flexible.
Okay, now, what are you going to do next after this? Because, you just don't rest in your laurels, really, do you?
Well, I hate to talk about things that I might do, because if they don't happen then, and talk's cheap. Certainly I've been planning this one. I was hoping to do it last summer. I want to get this one done and put to bed. Yes, I hope this is not the end of it. I do marathons. I did the Belfast Marathon there in May. I've done 20 marathons. I certainly hope to continue to do half marathons. I've entered the Belfast Half in September. I hope I'm still continuing to do that. But the larger expeditions I really enjoy. I sort of go into expedition mode. I consider this an expedition where every day is an adventure.
Now, it's trying to rain today. Does the weather dampen your spirits in any way? Because your enthusiasm is infectious, to be honest.
It's only water. It could be worse. No, I can cope with that. I do have, I started off in shorts this morning. I do have my wet weather gear, and I've done a lot of mountaineering in the past where not only does it rain on you, but it snows and all that sort of thing. So I'm hoping I can cope with the weather.
If people want to donate, how do they go about it?
Well, there are several ways of doing it. I have a website, a Just Giving. It's if you go to justgiving.com, you put in Stewart as in EWART and Barbour as in the jackets, unfortunately not related. If you type that in Stewart Barbour, it'll come up and it'll say running about like an Egypt to raise funds for Cancer Focus, and this is the Egypt. I've raised over £32,500, not collecting as such. I never ask for any money. I don't stand at corners rattling a box. I go out and train with my gear that I'm wearing today. I run the marathons with it, and people very kindly see this pathetic old man and stop and give me donations. And any donations would be most welcome. Certainly the easiest way to do it is go to justgiving.com and type in Stewart Barbour.
What kind of people do you meet on the way round? I mean, dare I say it, people realise you're eccentric, slightly.
Thanks. You say the sweetest thing. I meet wonderful people, and as I've said many times, people stop me. I'm not going up to them and doing whatever. So they're all very generous people. Very often they tell me why they're donating, which can be very sad or it can be very encouraging. But I find that it is very life-affirming because I can empathise with them when they talk about family members or whatever. I can say, I understand what you're talking, and it sounds awful, but it actually makes me feel good that I'm doing some helping other folk by empathising with them, saying that yes, the treatments are improving all the time. I can talk about the work of Cancer Focus, and I find that does me a lot of good, because I feel that I'm helping other folk, and of course they are donating as well. So the people I meet, to answer your question, are all fantastic.
Spin around slowly for me, because you've a big pack on your back. Is that full of stuff? Is that full of supplies and camping gear?
Concrete blocks, the usual sort of thing that you carry. No, it's actually full of champagne. But anyway, the reason that can you hear me? The reason that I have a rucksack, I did a lot of climbing, as I said. You can see on the back there, it's actually a great platform for my placards, not only advertising Cancer Focus. You can see there my book, which the proceeds all go to Cancer Focus. You mentioned it earlier, 70 reminiscences of shenanigans that I've got up to in the past. There's rallying stories, there's mountaineering stories, there's running stories. Hopefully they're amusing, and the funds, the proceeds from that goes to Cancer Focus. And the reason, as I say, I carry a rucksack. I did a lot of climbing and I was used to carrying one, and it's actually a great platform to advertise what I'm doing.
Can people actually scan that QR code as you go along here? Right?
Yes, indeed. I've actually had it scanned from a bus. I got somebody sent me a donation, and I said, who were they, because I wanted to thank them, as I try and thank as many people I can, and they actually had scanned it out of the bus. I don't quite know how it works, but yes, that takes the folk directly.
I will try and zoom in here on it.
Okay.
If you get the right, if you stand still for me,
yes,
we should be able to, and square up round to me, round this way a wee bit more.
There's quite a few of them on me.
There's quite a few of them.
Side might be the best.
There's a big one on the side. Yes, we've zoomed right in that. That is fabulous, Stewart. Now, people can keep a track of you as well if they want, can't they?
Well, I use Facebook a lot. I know people have tended to move on to other things, but each evening, if I'm still able to, I will be sort of not putting up a blog, but I'll be saying where I am and how the day has gone. I hopefully will have a few anecdotes in there and try and make it fun. I know in previous walks people have enjoyed following what's gone on, as they always say, from the comfort of their sofa, and I will try and update each day as to how I get on.
How are you going to top this? How are you going to top this? You're not getting any younger. How are you going to top? Are you going to switch to a bicycle or something like that and try and
No,
go further?
I have a very bad knee, unfortunately, which I've had for over 50 years because of my party trick at Queen's was a Cossack dancing when you get down, and I wrecked the cartilage in my knees. Now, it's all bound up. You can't see it because I'm wearing the trousers. But I can't cycle because when you're walking or running, you leash your legs straight. When you're cycling, all the pressure is coming from the 90 degrees, so I can't do that. I can't swim and do the breaststroke either for the same reason. But this walk is just over 1 million steps. But the good thing about it, the positive thing about it is that my dicky knee only has to do just over 500,000 steps. How do I top it, to answer your question?
All right, your stride is half your... Oh, all right, very good, very good.
How do I top it? I really don't know. As I say, I hope this will not be my last, I call it an expedition. But at the moment, I want to get this one put to bed before I get too carried away with the next one.
Well, you're a giant of a man. I wish you all the best. I've made you look a giant because you're bigger than the castle here now, the way the perspective is. And, well, the Giant's Causeway, when do you hope to be there then? At the Giant's Causeway?
At the Causeway. That should be, this is what, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, I think I'll be on the north coast. And coming along from there, and I'm, as I say, at the weekend, Port Stewart and all that, I hope there'll be lots of folk about who will see this pathetic old soul.
How do you keep yourself safe? Do you only walk during the daylight hours?
Oh, yes.
Do you walk facing the traffic?
Yes, indeed, very much so. And a lot of people say, how do you entertain yourself? Do you have music on and all that sort? Definitely not. When I get on the smaller roads, I obviously face the traffic, but I'm also listening all the time. And when I come up to a right-hand corner, before that I would cross to go so that I can see round the corner, because lorries and a lot of folk who are cut the corners pretty tight. I have to keep very much aware of the traffic, and that it keeps me busy. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Listen, wish you all the best. Remember, folks, comment, like and share wherever you're watching this. Get the word out here. It certainly is. I hope the summer comes as well, because it doesn't feel like summer today, does it really?
Does not. But at least the days are long, and that's why I like to do these things in June, because you mentioned in the dark, I can theoretically keep going till 10 o'clock plus, if need be, because I do want to try and hit each day at least a marathon, as I said earlier.
I won't keep you anymore. Stewart-Barbour, thank you very much. That's how you find them on Just Giving. Walk off that way into the distance and I'll catch up with you.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.